Hi everyone! In this video I'm going to sew a scrub cap. It's a new Cricut Design Space file and I think it turned out amazing, so keep watching. Okay, so let's get started. The first thing you want to do is take these two front panels that you have and you're going to attach these longer strips that become the ties. You want to put them good sides together and remember that the widest end is what you're attaching. I'll just put a clip in it for now. Although it's just one seam, you don't really need the clips at this or pins at this point. But if it helps you to sew straight, it's the right thing to do. Whatever is easiest for you is the right thing to do. So we'll put that there. I've cut this pattern out from Design Space. This is for the short hair. Oops, I put this one on the wrong side. They're kind of on an angle. Do this one. There we go. Move that out of the way. Okay, so I'm going to sew these 4 seams, one at each end, and then I'm going to press my seams open and flat so you don't get a bump in the edge of your cap. And I'll be back to show you what is step 2. And we've got our lengths sewn together. This is the trim along the front of the cap. We'll take one. The next thing we're going to do is fold it in half to find our center point. You can see that I've pressed my seams open so they're nice and neat. We'll just find our center point. I'm going to press it with my finger. If you like, you can also take a pen to mark your center point, but it's pretty visible just by pressing it, so that should be fine. And we're going to do the same thing with one of the top panels. Fold it in half, line it up nice and neat so you get a perfect half. There we go. That looks good. And we'll press it in half again or mark it with a pen once again. Okay, we have that marked off well. So now we're going to take our 2 pieces and line them up where we've marked our center. And we're going to pin or clip. We're going to go all the way around and stop about 3 inches past your seam, where you've made your seam attaching these pieces together. You're going to pin just about 3 inches past that point. So you just want to line everything up right along. I like these Wonder Clips. I got them on Amazon. I love them. No chance of stabbing myself. Okay. We'll keep going about 3 inches. Another clip, I think. Should do it. Straighten that one out a little more as we sew. There we go. And we continue on this side. If you've used a pen in your maker, you already have your seam allowance marked out, which is terrific. And it's come up a few times that this week that people making masks have run out of their fabric pen, their washable fabric pen. And you know what? You can also just take a Cricut fine point pen and use that, because you're going to be sewing along that seam anyway, so it's not going to show. Don't use something like a marker on a light color fabric that will show through, but if you've run out of fabric pen, there's more available on Cricut, but you can also use a fine point pen if that's what you have on hand. A Cricut fine point pen that fits the maker. Okay, we'll go to here. And we'll fidget with this little turn on the sewing machine. Okay, so we're ready to sew that seam around. You're going to stop evenly on both sides. You're going to repeat the same thing with the second half. Sew your quarter seam all around both of them, and we'll be back to look at step 3. Okay, so we've assembled both our pieces. You can see the shape of it coming together. So you want to be sure that anytime you sew curves, you want to cut into that curve so that it turns better, you get a better shape. Some people will actually cut out like a triangle shape like this. I found that you can do this with pinking shears, or I just cut kind of on a slant, being careful not to cut into my seam. And I find it gives the same effect of giving you a better curve when you turn it right side out. Okay, so nobody is going to be using this one. It's just a demo, so I'll stop there. So the next thing we want to do is put our caps right sides together. Make sure we're lining them up properly. We don't want to have them on an angle. So I'm going to use this point here to put them together. And I'm just going to stick a clip in it so it doesn't move while I line everything up. There we go. I'm going to put it all together. And you want to pin or clip all the way around so that everything stays where it should when you sew. We're almost done. This is a super easy pattern from Design Space. I think Cricut has really done a nice job on this. Just line everything up. I've never sewn a scrub cap before, so I hope it turns out nicely. I think it will because it's a great pattern. Why am I getting that wrong? Put another pin in there. Or clip. Make sure that doesn't move. Oh, I didn't line that up well, that's why. Now it's lining up better. Okay. Put a clip there. I didn't have the inside piece pushed in far enough. There we go. That's better. My seams line up now. It's better, better, better. Good. Good. Just keep pinning all the way around. On this part, I would suggest pinning or clipping even if you don't normally, because if anything moves, it's not going to line up nicely. So you want to make sure that you get everything lined up before you start sewing. Coming along. Okay, and we don't want to forget to leave an opening so that we can turn this right side out. That would be drastic. So I'm going to leave my opening, I think, towards the side. I'll leave it here. Okay, so I'm going to leave it a bit to the side, not right in the front, but wherever you prefer to leave it is fine. I'm going to start and work my way all the way around and stop. Back stitch at both ends so I don't tear any of my seams when I turn it right side out. We're going to trim our seams after, or clip our seams so they turn out really nice and clean. And I'll be back to show you what's left. Okay, so we've sewn our 1/4 inch seam all the way around. I've left my opening. I have a thread to cut here. I've left my opening to turn it right side out. Now you want to be sure that you've cut in all of your curves. You've also cut into your corner to make sure it doesn't pull when you turn it right side out. I think I did this one already. And you want to take off any points so that you get nice corners. Just be sure that you don't cut into your seams. That wouldn't be good at all. Finish cutting all your curves, and then we'll turn it right side out and pull everything through. I'm so happy that Cricut has given us all these projects in Design Space, like the masks and these ear savers and the scrub caps, everything that our medical workers need and essential workers need that we can use to help out. This has been amazing. Okay, I'll push that corner out more. Now let me see where I am. Okay, that goes in. Oh, I have to pull this out too. Okay, so I'm going to finish pulling these corners out. We can see the shape now. We're going to press everything, press in the rest of this seam, and we're going to top stitch all the way around. Close to the edge, press it all nice and flat, and then we'll top stitch all the way around close to the edge to finish off our scrub cap. I'm going to get the pressing done and the top stitching done, and I'll be back to show you the finished result. And here we are. We've completed a scrub cap. I love it. So we've stitched all the way around. Press super well. Push out all your corners really nice. Trim your curves. Get everything nice and neat. And then give it a really good press. And top stitch everywhere all the way around. You'll be closing up the opening you used to turn at the same time that you're doing your top stitch. And it's perfect. I love it. I think that Cricut has given us a really nice pattern to work with. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope that it will help you if you're sewing scrub caps. Thank you for watching.